Have you ever wondered why has nobody ever taught me some of these things when it comes to money? You just find yourself learning the hard way. Well, I discussed three top tips, which to me, I should have learned when I was 5 years old. So stay tuned for more. Hi there, welcome to my channel. My name is Belinda. This is yet another video which is part of my VLOGMAS series where I'm challenging myself to upload a new video every single day until Christmas, with exception of Saturday and Sunday, because you have to rest, man. It's not hard work every single day. So today's video is a quick one. I'm just sharing three top things that nobody teach. They're obvious. They're honestly, everyone assumes they're obvious, but most of us make those mistakes and learn the hard way. So I'm just sharing this in case you haven't made them yet. You might as well have a better life than all of us. There's no point for you to make the same mistakes that we all have made. So yeah, this theme, by the way, is money tips. So look out for more videos this week. We're discussing money. Everyone would love to have some money. So yeah, let's share and inspire each other. Make sure to subscribe, by the way. Before I get into the nitty-gritty, make sure to subscribe, support your girl. It goes a long way in inspiring and motivating me to continue producing content. So going straight into it, my first one that I wanted to discuss, I'm only sharing 3 tips today. You don't have to own a credit card. But if you see me looking down, it's because I'm looking at my phone. You don't have to own a credit card if you're not ready. Now, I'll explain this. When I was in uni, of course, I didn't have a credit card. I was quite young. But I started getting these offers. So I schooled in the UK, for those of you who are watching my channel for the first time. So I schooled in the UK. And I just got a letter from the bank telling me I'm eligible for a credit card. Of course, I was excited. I was like, yes, time to, it felt like a step into adulthood. So I took on a credit card, even if I didn't really think about what I was actually taking on, the level of responsibility, how I'm meant to use what we call credit card etiquette. And I must say, in no time, I had entered into debt. And this is the reality of things. Sometimes we take on things that we don't need because of excitement. Because think about it this way. If it's money in the bank, you can only do so much without exhausting the account. You can't really go into negative unless you have an overdraft. But most of the time, if you're a student in uni, they haven't even given you an overdraft. So there's only so much damage you can do there. The most you can do is basically empty your bank account and that's it. But you don't owe anyone anything, at least formally. Now, when you get a credit card, especially if you do not have good money spending habits, you might start looking. I started looking, let me not blame anyone. I started looking as though I have what is in my bank account plus this credit card allowance. And that is a very dangerous place to be in. Now, when I started off, of course, my parents had mentioned, credit card, always make sure you pay it off in 30 days, never earn interest on credit card. Easier said than done, right? When you're into it, you spend on the credit card, you don't feel it. It's not like when it's cash money in your bank account where you feel it. You see when you spend, you feel the pain. On a credit card, it doesn't feel, it's not really reflecting that much in your account, so you don't really feel it. So at first, I was very good. I would make sure I pay at the end of the month, but then soon, I missed paying. I just paid the minimum amount and I noticed, nothing really happened. And slowly but surely start building some debt because you go for a holiday that you probably shouldn't have gone for. You pay for a flight ticket you shouldn't have paid for. You should have waited maybe 3 months and saved. So things like those, if you are not ready, if you do not know the dangers of a credit card, please, it's probably better not for you not to take a credit card. You do not want to dig yourself into a debt hole that will come to bite you years to come. So please, only take a credit card when you are ready because it can definitely improve and empower you. You can be able to take on things that maybe you wouldn't have been able to take on before. But remember, credit card is a very expensive form of debt. In fact, sometimes it's better to take a loan for certain things. Credit card is meant to be for things that you actually have money for, but you'd rather just spend, because you know cash in hand is always better. But do not use it for spending things that you could not afford. You should only use a credit card to spend on things that you can afford. Now, my second point, it costs a lot of money to keep up with the Joneses. Now, this one is somehow related to my first point. This Instagram life can give someone a lot of pressure. You see people traveling, you see people posting new cars, you see people posting jewelry, you know, people are living the life and you can feel like I'm being left out. You know, like even me, I want to keep up. This pressure, you don't realize some people are living on credit cards, some people are on loans. It's not what you see on Instagram may be fake. It's the truth. People are not going to show themselves when they're vulnerable. They're not going to show themselves when they're receiving those debt collector letters. They're not going to show you their credit card balance. So please take it with a pinch of salt. Please don't bite off more than you can chew. I know it is a bit obvious, but the reality of things, sometimes you can feel pressured to keep up. You know, you don't want to FOMO, you know, you don't want to have the fear of missing out. You don't want to miss out on the party this weekend. You don't want to miss out on the latest trend. You want your Instagram to look so curated. You're posing in the latest fashion. When you're the one dealing with debt, you are alone. Instagram will not be there to help you. So trust me, please don't bite off more than you can chew. And I'm telling you from experience. You go for that trip, it will end. You will go and buy those clothes, other clothes will come out. So, you know what? You might as well have saved your £100, your £50, and had a fat saving in your account than spent it, you're almost in overdraft, or you have credit card debt. For what? For Instagram? Be careful. Also, I wanted to point out under this point that you don't have to be part of every single thing that is happening. It looks nice, it feels nice to meet up with people, to, you know, look like you are up to speed with everything that's taking place. You don't have to be part of everything. In fact, people start, I'm trying to find the English word for it, puzaing you. If you're from Kenya, you know what I'm trying to say. People will even start taking you for granted. There we go. People will start taking you for granted if they know you'll always be there everywhere. You're everywhere. Everywhere there's something that's happening, you are there. It will cost you money for nothing, and it is instant gratification, but later on you regret. When you're looking at your account the next day, you're like, is that me? In fact, I saw a very nice meme. You're looking at your account and you're trying to, was it someone else who no, you notice it was you. It was you who spent that. Guys, you know the feeling. There is no need to keep up with the Joneses. Keep to yourself. Show up once a quarter, once a month, if that's what your budget can allow. But you do not have to be everywhere that everything is happening. Now, my third and last point for today, because I don't want this to be too long. The earlier you take control of your credit file, the better. Now, I only thought of a credit file when I started working, and when you want to start looking at your options for even borrowing, maybe for a mortgage or for certain things, that's when I started paying attention to my credit file. The truth is, I should have paid attention even earlier. Good thing I had not done anything that was too detrimental to my credit file. But when you know what is in your credit file, what impacts your credit file, what open accounts you have, you will stay on top of things and you'll make sure you never have anything that negatively impacts your credit file. Now, things that I didn't know impact credit file. And you can take it at, some of you may think, what? That's obvious. It was not obvious to me. I didn't know that taking a cash advance on your credit card appears on your credit file. Now, I remember I withdrew twice on my Barclay card. And I didn't withdraw because I needed money. I withdrew because I was at, one of those stores, the stores, like not a big supermarket like the Asian stores where you go to buy groceries like sweet potatoes, whatnot. They take cash only. So the one I went to took cash only. And I didn't have my debit card with me. I was like, let me just withdraw £10. Now you see I withdrew a stupid amount and that appeared on my credit file. Now if I knew what impacts my credit file, I would have gone back home, gotten my debit card, gone to an ATM and withdrawn. But to me, I was just withdrawing. I knew I'm not charged. I don't think I was even being charged anything extra, like a fee for that. So that was what I was looking out for, not the fact that it impacts my credit file. So knowing what impacts your credit file makes you make the right decisions, things that are not going to affect you when you want to make big steps in life. You know, you could be wanting to take out a loan for your business, you want to take out a mortgage. These are things that you need to know early so that you're not doing damage control when you're older, right? Yeah, and that brings me to the end. I'm trying not to do more than 10-minute long Vlogmas videos. I hope that helps one of you out there to make better decisions, because trust me, things you do when you're young, the minute you turn 18, the things you do when you turn 18 will affect you even when you're 30, 50. So you want to make sure you do not make any decisions that are too detrimental to your future self. Wishing you all the best and enjoy the festive season. Bye.